Now, knowing Donald Trump, he had said that he would give Iran even 2 weeks, but he had carried out an strategic attack on its nuclear facilities in the third day. Let's have a look at Ukraine and Russia. Even just this morning, a massive blast had hit a Russian oil facility, which is 1,000 kilometers away from Ukraine. And Kiev said that drones struck refineries, an airfield and an electro plant as well. My question would go to Mr. Rashid Alam Bhuiyan. You see, Donald Trump holds a magnificent, very massive amount of world dominance over various regions. Only in this instance, we would see that Donald Trump is failing to bring a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia. What is your observation? Where do you see this going?
Thank you so much for bringing me here in this program. So at the moment, yes, USA is very much is like one-man show, like we have been seeing in the last couple of years. Although USA has in US democratic institution, it has an immense role of Congress or Senate, but we have been seeing like it's for a couple of years it's like a one-man show since Donald Trump came into power in the second term. So he has been issuing executive order once after another, and it's like a personalized show of US politics at the moment. So it not only the Ukraine, Russia, but also the tariff issues, you can talk about it. But at the moment I can see Putin was one of his good friends, as far I know earlier. But now he is playing a maximizing pressure game. So I mean we have seen his conversation with J.D. Vance with the Ukraine president earlier, where the Ukrainian presidents were like insulted in White House,
yes,
while he was
Office,
invited.
yes.
But now I mean there are some deals taken place between Ukraine and USA afterward. Like America will have a huge amount of control on Ukraine resources.
Yes.
Like
through the use of NATO as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's all about politics. It's all about like maximizing U.S. gain. Like Donald Trump, it is always like America first. That is his voice. So, but the way he is dealing it, like it's like a maximizing pressure on the both parties to negotiate a deal. And some things it also came to my mind, like he's trying to, divert the attention, like his allegation of his involvement with the Epstein case. Epstein, which is now lots of things going on these issues. So if it like child pornography and child prostitution, that the Epstein issues. So the Donald Trump name also came into that file. So that's another thing. Like he is trying to divert attention as well by making this kind of this like deploying games, and yeah, and our colleagues from Washington also told us that it's like a normal scenario. It should not be like a big game, but just some sort of giving a message or diverting people's attention from White House, something like that.
Let me have a change of topic with my panelist here in the studio. Let's have a look at Gaza. It's the worst humanitarian disaster of the century. Let me give you an update. Israel forces killed at least 62 Palestinians in Gaza on Saturday, and most of them are aid seekers. Aside from this, Hamas had said it will not give in to calls to disarm until the establishment of a Palestinian state. The casualties have now crossed the 60,000 threshold, and it is clear to say that it is an active humanitarian disaster. My question would go to Mr. Rashid Alam Bhuiyan. You know that this Israeli aggression has claimed the lives of 60,000 plus innocent women and children. And we understand that Israel must face the brass of the Western powers and every country that has a conscience towards such an indiscriminate act. In a recent news, we see Slovenia becoming the first European country to ban arms trade with Israel. The decision was initially initiated by Prime Minister Robert Golob. And of course, this new policy would make sure that military weapons and equipment sent from Slovenia to Israel, bought in from Israel or transported through civilian territory will be listed as prohibited. What do you take on this matter?
So I think we are now facing one of the worst humanitarian crises in the history of world history, I think. So the way the persecution is taking place currently in Palestine and in Gaza particularly, I think the number will be much more higher. What is reported, like various international media also reportedly talk that it should be like more than 100,000 already people have died, and the imagery, the videos that came into social media nowadays, it's really heartbreaking what's going on at the moment. So we have been seeing some responses from the global leaders, particularly from the European countries, the Ireland, who was the champion in these issues, and Spain Prime Minister. They also reportedly speaking on favor of Gazan population. But the actions, particularly the UN and the action from the global leaders, has to be very quick and prompt at the moment, because this is a slow response. It will not work, and it will not stop killing of the Gazan population. So I think there should be maximum pressure now. World leader has to impose on Israeli administration to stop killing these people, and supply as much as food as possible to the Gaza population, right? Because they are now dying in both ways, like the killing of the shootings from the Israeli soldier, and also at the killing of
starvation
from hunger. So I think the responses you are seeing is good, but it's not enough. I think although globally the huge demonstration is taking place in USA, as I said, the US universities has the anti-Semitism, that cult has been broken. I think the US universities and the UK population and people in Europe, they already understand what's going on at the Gaza. So Israel has been successful for until so long to make the people understand they have a issue of self-determination. It's their security issue. But now what we're seeing is like a new, another ethnic cleansing in the history. Another genocide is going on in Gaza. So their claim has become weaker nowadays, and the genocide they are committing at the moment, which actually reducing their claim, like the way they are determining the people of Gaza's population. So I think global response is good, but I think we need maximum pressure at the moment and more emergency responses from the UN and other global countries to immediately respond on the issue of to save the people of Gaza, and particularly the children. So the picture of starvation of the young kids, which is really heartbreaking, and the global media particularly are circulating this news in various media outlets and also social media. So people's consciousness bringing back, but I think we need an emergency response to save the humanity in Gaza at the moment. We need that.